Hey, I'm Chris Whitaker, VP of Advanced Solutions for all things IoT, wireless, and the Internet of Things. Today, I'm with a special guest, Vince Bradley with Abundant IoT, CEO, one of our newest IoT suppliers. And Vince, tell us a little bit about Abundant IoT. How did the company come about, and what do you guys focus on?
So, we really looked at the space, right? We had been a TSP in the past, had a successful exit, and saw a hole in the channel, really, which was underserved parts of the channel. So IoT, certainly underserved, right? Certainly a tough one for the channel, I think. And also energy, which I've been working on for over a decade. And we feel now it's just the right time for it. It's sensors now, right? So it can be part of the IoT network. And I had wanted to do the provider motion because I had been a TSP in the past. Mm-hmm. And so between the two things, here I am.
So obviously, that's one thing I love about this conversation. Your TSB passed. You know what the channel is, you know what partners expect, and you know what suppliers need to do to provide that. What does that sales cycle process look like? So for new partners, either currently in the IoT world or ones that are wanting to get in the IoT world, what can they expect from Abundant IoT from that pre-sales process?
Yeah, we always say, focus on the pain point, right? Don't focus on the whole enchilada. At the end of the day, budgets change, priorities change. And so we focus on that pain point in the building, the facility, start with that, make it very simple. And it's also a simple motion. It's, hey, we've got an opportunity here, we'd like to look at it, whether it was IoT specific or energy, electricity, natural gas, EV charging, LED, solar, microgrids, water. There's a huge list of products. But at the end of the day, it's a real simple motion. Just give us the information, the basic information, and then we can come back and talk with you with one of our engineers and look into the application and see where there's a fit. Come up with some solutions and then provide a quote.
So having about a half dozen or so suppliers that really do play well in the IoT space, I find each of them kind of have their sweet spot. They have the one or two products that they really lean into. What would you say is, where are you seeing that success? What kind of vertical or use case is like your home run?
I think the energy is huge, right? It's very different, and it's something that is really, if you look at the logo of Abundant IoT, right? Green, right? The foundation. 30% of the TAM in IoT is energy. Everyone always talks about IoT mobility, which is 40% of the TAM, but a close second with energy, right? Mm-hmm. So it's time to bring this into the ecosystem. But the one I think that's really unique in the IoT specific ecosystem is what we call long-fi. And this is basically where you take LoRaWAN technology and you bring in blockchain, right? So now you've got that low power, low bandwidth, long distance technology, right, with LoRaWAN, but you've got it more secure with blockchain. And so we've done really well with that product. We call it long-fi. Think Wi-Fi for longer distances. Ag tech, warehousing, on, off, open, closed, 20 kilobit pings. Why are people putting power hungry and expensive access points all throughout their entire facility or campus? Because we can save them 90% off by bringing long-fi solutions in and keep them more secure at the same time. So it's a great product.
Man, not fantastic. That's, we talk a lot about IoT. We do a lot of education and training on it. And I get asked all the time, it's like, how do I start the conversation? What questions do I ask? I need to understand this technology before I can present it to my customer. And oftentimes, I kind of say, I don't think you need to understand. It's like sausage. You don't know what's in it. You just know what flavors it is. Right. The Italian or spicy or Cajun. The big thing is, you kind of said it earlier, solving that business problem. And how do you help partners do that?
So we basically, help them by saying, hey, look, we're going to digitally transform your customer. And that's what we do. We digitally transform business ecosystems. That's our focus. And so essentially they come to us and they talk about, okay, well, we've got this emerging technology, right? We got these needs. Customers have these needs. One good example would be ESG. This is a huge new space. A lot of people don't know about it. Enterprise customers know about it.
Oh, yes.
Because investors are using it to make decisions. Someone has got a good ESG rating versus someone who hasn't done anything yet.
For those who don't know, ESG stands for?
Environmental, social, and governance. And so, the social and governance is really, the handbook needs to level up in a big way, right? That's really what it is. We don't focus as much on the S and the G, but the E we absolutely focus on, and we can help customers on that journey. In fact, we're launching a product, ESG as a service. And what we're going to do is for people that are, well, for enterprises that are on the journey, we can help them by saying, hey, let's help you with the E. These are all the things we can do to help you with that process. For someone who's not on the journey yet, we've done the journey and we're on the journey ourselves, so we know about the materiality matrix, about the scope emissions, about all the things that need to be unpacked. And so we can help them start that journey. So we have a consulting division for ESG, for customers that want to get on the ESG journey, as well as smart cities and smart buildings. We also have consulting in that space. So these are the highly strategic areas, right, that we go in with to help advisors get into the enterprise. We call it our Trojan horse into the enterprise.
Wow, that was a lot of information. I was struggling to keep up with it because my head's spinning thinking about the implications of all those and how important they are. So a new supplier in our portfolio. I'm excited to work with you guys. I've known you for years, and again, thanks for making time. And just one last comment from you, last word. What should a partner take away from this video? What's the one thing you want to make sure that our partners know about you and Abundant IoT?
Well, I would just add real quickly that, the federal incentives, we're able to put those in and we can unpack them for the advisor and the customer, right? And so essentially, I guess the best way to think about us is, we are serving the underserved parts of the channel, right? IoT and energy have kind of been left behind.
EV chargers?
Absolutely, EV chargers all day.
Yeah.
Water solutions. I mean, there's a ton of stuff to unpack. It's the most complete energy suite out there. But what I would say is, take another look at energy. That's what I would say.
Man.
And the long fight, because ultimately, at the end of the day, that a lot of people 10 years ago, a lot of people got an energy. It wasn't ready then for the channel, but it is now.
Wow.
So that's what I would leave on.
That's funny. We have one of our education sessions. It's called lightning sessions, and that would be a very appropriate topic at a lightning session to go over energy, right? So
that lightning bolt, that icon
lightning bolt,
for
man.
energy.
Quick hit.
Yeah.
Well, Vince, thanks for your time. Obviously, there's a lot more to talk about. So we want to make sure if you have a question and you're a partner and you want to learn more about Abundant IoT, get with our sales team, contact me. Obviously, go to abundantiot.com.
Yep.
And we can learn more. Vince, thanks so much.
Absolutely, Chris. Thank you.
Yep.
Appreciate it.
You bet.
Yep.